Hasta la vista, baby. Hello, what is up guys? I'm your host Gordon and welcome to finally another revisit series. And the blaster that we are going to revisit today is definitely the UDL XM1887. I mean, this thing, oh my god, this is definitely one of my second best video back in the days when I did a review of this thing. And this blaster is definitely more than a year now. I mean, holy moly. So basically, to those who are new to the channel, a revisit series means that I will be revisiting old blaster and see how these old blasters stand the test of time. And I got a lot of message from you guys that you guys wanted to see a revisit series of the 1887. And if you guys like this series, smash the like button and the subscribe button as well. And to those who are new to the series and wanted to watch a full video review of this blaster over here, the link will be provided in the description down below. Okay guys, a revisit of the M1887. This is definitely a nostalgic blaster, guys. And one more thing that I have to tell you guys before we start, this is actually one of a good example that this blaster is a well-maintained blaster. What I mean that I actually took apart this blaster and re-lubricate with some of those silicone lubrication in the cylinder as well as the O-ring. And slight warning to you guys who wanted to do so, taking apart this blaster and putting it back together is a pain in the behind. Alright, enough of that, let us get back to the blaster over here. So to those who are new to the blaster, let us give this blaster a little bit of an overview. To those who don't know, this is a famous blaster in a Terminator movie. That's why I started this video with a really cringy intro. You know that hasta la vista baby thing? The entire blaster is made out of a combination of some really thick nylon and aluminum as well as some metal parts. For starters, the entire body of the blaster is of course made out of some really thick and solid nylon. The tube that holds the shells of the blaster is made out of some CNC aluminum as well as this blue side decoration over here. The trigger, the handguard as well as the shell loading door is all made out of metal. And these are some pretty thick metal, guys. You can hear the sound over here. Oh yeah, that's some ASMR over here, eh? And because of that, the weight of the blaster is actually satisfyingly heavy. And for the Picatinny situation, we only got a small tiny Picatinny reel on top of the blaster, which is of course removable. The blaster uses these kind of shells as well as these kind of shortened darts. Again, similar with my previous XM1014 blaster, this blaster actually went through a lot as well. To those who don't know, I actually have a lot of those younger cousins who like to start a Nerf war in my place, and they have the tendency of using my blaster as well. And this blaster, just like the XM1014, was almost accidentally being used as a melee as well. Other than that, the other worst thing that actually happened to this blaster is actually this blaster was dropped to the ground on a table height. Yes, we do have a little bit of scratch on this aluminum parts of the blaster, but thankfully it still works like a charm. Yeah, the shell ejecting still works like a charm. There is no jam at all. Take a look at this, guys. Yeah. Yep, that's it. The lever action of this blaster still works pretty smoothly. No hiccups on the trigger pull. Wow, surprisingly enough, this blaster actually stood the test of time. But what about the FPS? What about the accuracy? And what about the firing demo? So without further ado, let us go test those out. Okay, we are back. So after years of using this blaster indoors and outdoors, it actually maintains its performance pretty well. And this blaster is definitely a good example why you have to service your blaster once in a while. Even though I lubricate the O-ring and the cylinder 7 months ago, hey, but service is a service. The blaster can shoot from 69 FPS all the way to 78 FPS, definitely maintaining its Nerf elite standards. The accuracy of the blaster is still pretty good. In 6 meters, hitting a target is not an issue. Again, so far operating this blaster with proper maintenance, I did not encounter any jams at all. Even though this is a 1-year-old blaster with these kind of color scheme, it still passes the wall test. Again, so far I'm having a lot of fun with this blaster, especially when I'm trying to do this hasta la vista baby thing. In conclusion, the Model 8087 made by UDL stood the test of time. So guys, if you like this series, feel free to smash the like button as well as clicking on the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. So yep, I guess that's it. Gordon's checking out. Hasta la vista baby, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. I'll be back.